Hello and welcome to this week's Astrology Insights. This week we're going to talk about subconscious breakthrough, how to get that, what to do, and how to make the best use of the energy this week in astrology. If you're interested, stick around to the end as you're going to get so much insight, so much reflections that is actually going to help you prepare for the beginning of the week. Alright, so we are in a place where the sun is traversing through Scorpio, and at some point it's gonna oppose Uranus. At the same time, when that happens, we're gonna get a full moon. Now by the end of the week, we're gonna feel so emotional, we're gonna feel like life is going against us. Our thinking and feeling of like fighting, running away, and freezing is gonna happen so much in our nervous system, and we could feel like we want to run away from all of life, and we can feel so victimized to a point that, you know, we might blame our situation, we might blame other people, we might hate ourselves, we might be so reactive that we don't even know where all this subconscious emotional thing might show up. So now here's the thing, this is a time where we can feel so driven by our reactions, our wounds can surface, and we will take things personally. And when we take things personally, we will make assumptions, and we make assumptions, we're going to draw conclusions based on the stories of the past, and we will start interpreting our life in such a way, we're going to go into this place of misperception, and then we're going to make decisions that does not align to our future, to our desires, and then we're going to repeat our past again. Now, the beautiful thing and the opportunity here is that we get to break this cycle. We get to break this Groundhog Day that we might be repeating the same pattern, same behavior, same beliefs, same thinking with different people, different situations, and different circumstances. And the way to do that is to first pause. Unless you accept where you're at, you cannot make a change. Unless you're acknowledging you're behaving in such a reactive way, without judging yourself, you can't make a change, because here's the thing, you need to understand that your subconscious mind has one job, and that one job is to protect you based on what it knew from the past. And then it's like a fixed program that on autopilot, this is just what it needs to do when some form of trigger happens. Now, it might not be the most skillful way to try to live your present based on the past, but from your subconscious mind, there's no such thing as time, meaning it will always choose to protect you first in case of any misperceived and perceived danger, so that whatever it takes, your life comes first, right? So it's here to protect you, even your disease, even your addictions, even your negative behavior, your negative thinking, your parts of yourself that you feel ashamed about, guilty about, angry about. All these parts of you, as insane as it sounds, is here to protect you. Now, when people are behaving in reactive such a way, what are you going to think is going to happen to you when you go out into the world, facing your life, facing your relationship, facing your business, facing your money struggles, facing your clients, and all those things that's going on? It's a messy party of reactive behaviors. Then the question is like, who's going to stop the game? The game is like, who gets to come back to a place of awareness first? So the first step to this is like acceptance, right? And acceptance cannot be done unless you pause. And pause does not mean you're being passive. Pause means take a deep breath, feel your body, and go like, can you be in a place of conscious observation? Now, when you're in a place of conscious observation, you're just witnessing what's happening, not changing, not fixing, not trying to get away from your initial reaction and your initial triggers from your environment. The tendency when we are triggered is that we're going to do something about it. We're going to run away, we're not able to show up to it fully, then we're not listening, we're not observing, then we are missing information that we need to make a change. So when you are in a place of acceptance, when you can be in conscious observation, what you need to do is to then listen, not just to the things that's going on the surface, but listen to what's underneath you and what's hidden inside of you and outside of you. What people say may not necessarily be what it literally means. There's usually some level of motivation, vested interest about you, and things that is not that clear, especially when it comes to the exchange of energy between you and the world. So you need to start sensing what's happening in a 360-degree way so that you can receive all the information you need to create homeostasis, to create balance. Otherwise, with the limited and narrow tunnel vision way of looking into the world, you're not going to get enough information, and then you're gonna bound to regress to the same methods of the past. With new information coming into your life, into your consciousness, guess what? You sit on it, you feel the unconscious, you feel the tension, and when you feel this enough, a momentary form of insight can emerge. That tension that you're feeling is actually a good thing, because it forces you to be creative, it forces you to find new solution, and it forces you to link all the different patterns together so that you can trust the intuition that will lead you to the next best step. Now, often when we think about chaos, crisis, and conflict, we think that they are something that needs to be solved and fixed and make it go away. But in reality, these things are actually catalysts. It's actually the challenge that you need to head towards the next desire that you want. Maybe once upon a time, maybe a couple months ago, maybe weeks ago, maybe years ago, you set an intention, I want this kind of life, I desire for this kind of thing. Now the universe starts presenting you with all these challenges. You might think that you're not going towards the right direction, but in actuality, what's behind these challenges is your desire. It's trying to teach you, guide you, nurture you, as uncomfortable as it sounds, towards your future that you desire. The universe doesn't bring you what you want, right? If you want happiness, this doesn't give you happiness, but it gives you things for you to learn about happiness. It gives you things and experiences that you need to claim your own happiness so that you can do it yourself and co-create with life to bring more happiness to not just for yourself, but to people's life, for example, right? The universe never ever gives you what you want. It always gives you what you need so that you can give yourself what you want. You might want to bookmark that, and you might want to write that down and really plant it in your mind. So the next time when there's some level of trigger, stress, pain, fear, conflict, people who might personally attack you, pause and reflect on this. How can you empower yourself? How can you make different decisions? How can you take the leap of faith and do something different, moving towards a different direction, and get immediate feedback on what you need to realign? Because the thing is that if you continue to choose the same choices of the past, not only that you repeat the past, you will never get out of it, because you'll never find a new feedback, a new solution on where and how to change, right? And as daunting this can be, because our entire system is wired to find protection and safety, the counterintuitive feeling is that to get real comfort and safety is to move towards discomfort. To go towards your desire and your happiness, to go towards your fear. To create resilience and strength and power, authenticity is to go towards the stress that is presented into your life. So now towards the end of the week, we're going to get this full moon in Taurus, right? Where Uranus is involved, and this is a great time for reflection. It's a great time for illumination. This is a great time where you'll see your blind spots and where you're stuck, and how that you can re-engineer your life to create conducive conditions for health, for wealth, for greater business, and tweak the system that you're already implementing in your life a little bit that can make the entire thing different. And this sometimes may look like having difficult conversation with someone who might transgress your boundaries. This might letting some people go out of your life so that you focus on the energy that you want to create, rather than facing some level of uninspiring problems that cannot be fixed because someone don't want to participate with you. And we got to stop enabling those victimized behavior and habits of other people. If they don't wake up then you might need to do something else. But at the same time, be compassionate. Know that they are where they are reactive, and they couldn't go beyond their reactive behaviors. That doesn't mean you give in to it, right? But it's also exercising some level of like exchange and difficult conversation that needs to be happen. Rather than trying to be nice all the time, it's time to be more authentic. It's time to be more courageous in speaking your truth, so that that person can have their own process, own wake-up call, and you believe in them to transcend and transform their stuckness and their well-off in their own journey into their own self-actualization direction. Now, we can't save everybody, we can't heal everybody, even though that's the temptation that we want to do as leaders and people who cares, as people who love so much about other people in the world. We have to first focus on ourselves and where is the loophole. The best way to help other people is to first help yourself, elevate yourself to a higher level of consciousness from a place of love, and then show people the way. Stop telling, stop explaining, stop convincing, start embodying the life that you want to create, and people will follow you. Plus, trust them and believe in them that they will resolve their own suffering, even though in the moment it's so difficult. It's so difficult to just watch it happen. All right, take this reflection and this insights, whatever that makes sense to you in the context of your life, apply it to your own life, make a change, take micro risk, and notice what feedback comes back to you. This is the time to do it, and I encourage all of you to, whatever that you're going through, remember to move through all of this with grace, with a lot of compassion and kindness. But at the same time, with compassion and kindness come dedication to the truth, meaning stop selling yourself short. Stop entertaining and enabling this victimhood that is pervading in our consciousness, pervading in our environment. You got to be bigger than your environment to shift your life. All right, this is this week's Astrology Insights. If you need more assistance and help, I have a 15 minutes free reading as this beautiful day. It's 11/11. Let's celebrate that. And if you need that, the link is below in the description. Otherwise, reach out to me at ask@chironyang.com or follow me at Instagram at chironyang. DM me so that we can get this going, so that you can find your insights and make that breakthrough that you're looking for, right? Understand that sometimes things are subconscious, you can't see it, it's invisible, and sometimes you need someone to really help you illuminate what's in the dark or what's invisible, so that you can make the change that you're looking for. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share this video for anyone you think that might need to hear this, as this is going to help them so much in their life. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. Take care, infinite love and gratitude.